Government's role should be to protect life from the beginning to the end.
Back in April, Governor Mike DeWine signed the heartbeat bill into law, banning abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected, which is usually around the 6-week mark. It was a major turning point for both sides, seen as a victory for the conservative majority and a fundraising catalyst for pro-choice organizations like Women Have Options Ohio.
So we were happily inundated with a ton of donations, which is amazing, but then in turn, the negative aspect was that everyone assumed that they had to donate because clinics in Ohio were completely closing, which is not the case.
Samantha Sizemore, who serves as Women Have Options board chair, says even though numbers are down and some clinics around the state have closed their doors, many are still open and operational.
Preterm in Cleveland is still open. There are quite a few that are still open right now, and folks just need to know that.
The reason they're still open is because abortion in Ohio is still legal. This summer, a judge ruled that the heartbeat bill is unconstitutional, sending it into legal limbo. But for the time being, Sizemore says, those seeking reproductive health care services, including pregnancy termination, still have access.
They aren't just abortion clinics. Obviously, you can go in for checkups and ultrasounds. It varies by clinic too, obviously, the services that they offer. But abortion is healthcare, so obviously there's more to that than just going in to get an abortion procedure.
While clinics remain open, a blitz of anti-abortion legislation has made its way through the State House. Ohio is one of 32 states that have collectively passed 394 new restrictions on abortion from 2011 to 2017. During that same time frame, abortions fell 19%, with a 27% decrease here in the Buckeye State. Pro-life leaders see it as a direct correlation.
Anytime abortions are down, that's a good thing.
But those numbers may not be as intertwined as you might think. The Gutermock Institute, who conducted the study, says if restrictions were to thank for the abortion decline, birth rate would have increased. Instead, those birth rates were down in nearly every state. In fact, birth rates are the lowest they've been since Roe v. Wade passed in 1973. The reason behind this trend could be increased access to long-term birth control like IUDs or better sex education. Sizemore says fear could also be a factor.
I think that people are being more careful if that is within the realm of possibilities, because obviously anything can happen for any reason. But I do think that it makes people more fearful to potentially accidentally become pregnant and not having that option.
Regardless of whether the heartbeat bill ever makes it to law, both sides are vowing to continue their fight.
The protection of human life is something that we should all care about. And when we have fewer abortions, that means that we're making some progress in this area.
Molly Martinez, Spectrum News.